Of course, the Raiders, they were trying to make this playoff push. They're not out of it yet by any means, but it's a lot harder from here on out. Welcome in, everybody, to the postgame show. I'm Colleen Wolfe with Steve Smith Sr., Joe Thomas, and Michael Irvin. Guys, what an exciting end to this game. Let's take a look at that playoff picture, though, first, because the stakes were very high for Vegas coming in, and they did not get it done. That after they lost to the Colts last week, they remain the 9 seed there in a crowded race for that final wild card spot in the AFC playoff picture. And this is what happened. Marcus Mariota, he came into the game here, and, things did not go well at certain points in this game. As you can see, right here at the goal line, this was the very end of the game. But, we saw Marcus Mariota come in for Derek Carr, who was hurt on the second drive of the game for the Raiders. And he did a really great job for them, just filling in on the spot. But overall, this was Justin Herbert's game. He came out very strong and then got it done in overtime. So, Steve, what's your takeaway just on this performance from the young quarterback and the Chargers tonight?
Well, I'll take from his performance exactly why I was the only one to pick the Los Angeles Chargers. I see his poise, his ability to throw the ball down the field. He can place the ball. He gets a little excited. That's the only thing you can see his excitement is when he overthrows. But other than that, he is calm and collective.
Well, Steve, let's talk to the Mercedes-Benz star of the game, because it is Justin Herbert. We saw him tonight make many, many plays. We saw him throw 2 touchdown passes, 1 to Hunter Henry, 1 to Tyron Johnson, and then, well, Justin Herbert punched it in at the end when it mattered most. 2 game-winning drives now for the young quarterback. Let's get him in here right now. Justin Herbert, congratulations on the win. Okay, so back-to-back games at this point with game-winning drives. Take us through the wild sort of ending of this game, because at the end, we could hear you screaming, I was in. What was going through your mind?
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was all kind of a blur, and went out there. Jalen Guyton made a hell of a catch, got down there, and from there it was kind of a blur. We ran a couple plays, thought we got in. Thanks to my offensive line for blocking so well, and we got in there.
Justin, what was going through your mind when the play came into the huddle that you were going to run another quarterback sneak after fumbling into the end zone on the play right before that, and then you were going to get another crack at it?
Thanks for believing in me, guys. I know we didn't get it that one time, but glad they came back to me and know that I could get in there again.
Hey, Justin, Steve Smith here. I have to ask you, I've seen you do this a number of times now in the NFL, but I saw you do it last year against the Utah Utes. How are you able to always keep your poise, even though everything circling around you is chaotic and it is a big stage?
That's a great question. I think it's a lot of practice. I think the quarterback position's tough in that way, that you have to be level-headed, and I think that's just years of practice, being around the right coaches, around the right teammates, and they've done such a great job of battling this year, and really proud of those guys out there today.
Hey, Justin, this is Michael Irvin here, man, and I'm a man, and I always like to focus in on the journey. And you're in your journey as a kid, you wrote a letter that you were going to become the starting quarterback for the Chargers. And now you are exactly that. What is it like for you to have written that letter, to have played in the yard, hoping and dreaming it, and now to actually walk it and live it? What is that like for you, buddy?
I don't want to sound too cliche here, but I'm living the dream, and I get to talk to you guys, and I grew up watching all you guys play, so this is just the coolest moment of my life, and just to be out here fighting with these guys, it doesn't get much better.
Well, tonight, Justin, you tied Baker Mayfield for the most touchdown passes in your rookie season. What's the secret, man? I mean, how has it been going so well for you this year?
I think some pretty talented receivers that make a lot of plays, and having those guys on the outside, Keenan, Mike, Jalen Guyton, Tyron Johnson, those guys, and Hunter Henry as well. They've done such a great job this year, and just so glad to be a part of their team.
Justin, Michael here again. A couple things. You talked about Mariota being a mentor of yours also. what is it like playing against him? And I also want to ask you this. What is it like for you? Because it seems like you're picking up this offense, and you hear all the rumors swirling about possibly making a change for a coaching staff and a system. I mean, would you not rather have this same system that you are setting records in this season as a rookie?
Yeah, it's been a tough year for sure. But to answer your first question, where Marcus, I grew up watching him, and I never really thought I was going to get the chance to play him. But he's been such a great guy, and we've talked a bunch, and just one of those guys that I've looked up to for so long. And yeah, it's been a tough year, but no one's quit on us. And the guys out there, I know they're going to give us their best effort every day. And I'm honored and glad to be a part of this organization, and I'm really excited to see where things are going.
Well, you're looking like an amazing leader for this team. Congratulations on the win. Go relax, go celebrate it. You deserve it. Awesome job tonight, Justin Herbert.
Thank you, guys.
Great job.
Seriously, I mean, look, let the numbers speak for themselves right here as we take a look at his numbers that he's put up this season so far. All-time rookie ranks. You can see right there. Second in completion percentage. First in passing yards per game. Tied for first in passing touchdowns right there with Baker Mayfield. Eighth in passing.
It's the poise with which he plays down the stretch in the most critical moments in the game. I mean, we ask him about the back-to-back quarterback sneaks, and most young quarterbacks, when they get their number called on another quarterback sneak after it didn't work the first time, are probably going to have a lot of trepidation. But we heard Justin Herbert talk about how happy he was that the coaches believed in him, how excited he was to prove them right and get into the end zone the second time, which he did. It's that belief in himself that you see that keeps showing up on the field in those big moments. And, man, Chargers got to be really happy with who they got playing quarterback right now and for many years into the future.
Yeah, boy, you're not joking about that, man. He was incredible. Really, really fun to watch. I mean, there were a couple of plays, and you saw that touchdown to Ty Johnson towards the end of the first half. The play before that, they ran a dart in a 7 route. In the corner, came up on the dart, which he should have played back and played the 7 route. He came up on the dart. Justin Herbert hit the 7 route perfectly. The second time around, on that touchdown, the corner played it perfectly. The corner said, no, time considering, I'm going to drop back and play the corner route. And Justin Herbert zipped it right by his ear because that was the moment to take a shot at the end zone. It shows you when you are right, he makes the right read and he beats you. Even though you are right. It was an incredible job watching this young man play. And I can't stress it. I just want to see him grow. If he can have an offseason studying more of this system, going over every play he made. When we talk about those 7 one-score games they lost, they'll turn at least 5 or 6 of those into 1-score or more victories, as long as he gets the chance to continue working on the path he's working.
I agree with you, Irv. He does need to have some familiarity, and changing coaching staff completely is probably not the best thing for his growth long term. However, we cannot negate that the Chargers also struggle defensively, even though they have a pretty stout defense, but they just can't seem to get off the field in the third and fourth quarter. They just are exhausted being on the field. So I would suggest, more than anything, if they're asking me, they're probably not, but because we have to fill time, which is keep Anthony Lynn, but please maybe change up some coordinators and get some people in there that can get the best out of some of the players that they have, because they just don't seem like they're doing Justin Herbert. It seems like they're doing him a disservice by the way the defense is playing late in the games. That's really tiring out this team overall.
Well, it looks like they certainly found a quarterback at least.
A better run game can help that defensive situation, and I understand that. But right now, even though what you are getting is work. We're giving Justin Herbert work in the passing game. We tack on a good running game to the work he's getting this year in the passing game. I'm telling you, it reminds me a lot of our 90 Cowboys. We were right there on the edge, and I'm so glad nobody made changes, because right after that, 91, 92, we went into dynasty mode. I'm just saying, you see something great with this young kid. I don't want to be cheated of seeing this growth.
No, and we saw a lot of that tonight. We'll continue to see it as well. Some tweaks here and there definitely need to be made. There's no question about that. But Justin Herbert, he's gracious. He's poised under pressure. He's confident. And he looks obviously like the future quarterback there for the Chargers. An amazing job by him tonight. Yeah, he's still young. He's still got a lot of room to grow, too.